Number 1. The 1974 Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme S Coupe 2D, listed for just $5,500 and located in Pittsburg, California. If you're looking for an affordable way to get into the world of classic American cars, this Cutlass Supreme is a solid place to start. The 1974 model year represents a time when Oldsmobile was at the top of its game, offering stylish mid-size coupes with smooth road manners and unmistakable 1970s design. This Cutlass Supreme shows 74,000 miles on the odometer and is equipped with an automatic transmission, making it an easy and comfortable cruiser. According to the seller, the car runs and drives, which is a big plus for anyone searching for a classic that can move under its own power rather than a full ground-up restoration. From a design standpoint, the Cutlass Supreme S Coupe delivers classic Oldsmobile styling cues. Clean body lines, a long hood, and that unmistakable coupe profile that defined American personal luxury cars of the era. It's the kind of car that turns heads at local cruise nights and cars and coffee events, even in driver condition form. This listing is being marketed as a perfect opportunity for a classic car enthusiast or a project car buyer. Whether you're looking to restore it back to factory condition, build a mild rest-a-mod, or simply enjoy it as a weekend cruiser, this Cutlass offers plenty of potential at a very approachable price point. At $5,500, it sits well below the cost of many fully restored classics, leaving room in the budget for mechanical updates, cosmetic improvements, or personalization. It's also a great entry-level classic for someone new to the hobby who wants something iconic without breaking the bank. The seller notes that this is a first-come, first-served sale, with serious inquiries only, so opportunities like this don't usually last long, especially when the car runs and drives and comes from a well-known Oldsmobile nameplate. In summary, this 1974 Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme S Coupe is a budget-friendly classic with strong vintage appeal, usable condition, and plenty of room for improvement. If you've been waiting for a classic American coupe to start your next project or simply enjoy the nostalgia of 1970s Oldsmobile style, this one is definitely worth a closer look. Number 2. The 1981 Chevrolet Corvette Coupe 2D, listed at $7,500 and located in Cedar City, Utah. This is a classic C3 generation Corvette, a body style that's instantly recognizable thanks to its long hood, muscular fender lines, and unmistakable American sports car presence. The 1981 model year still delivers that iconic Corvette look, while offering the comfort of an automatic transmission paired with a 350 cubic inch V8 under the hood. The odometer shows 146,234 miles, and the seller describes this Corvette as a running and driving project car, which is exactly what many enthusiasts are looking for. Even better, a lot of key work has already been done. According to the listing, it comes with brand new tires, a new battery, a completely new brake system, and a new windshield, all important and costly items that help move a project in the right direction. While the car does still need a few things to be considered a true daily driver, such as the headlights not currently working, the seller states that you can drive it home without any problem, which speaks to its overall drivability. That makes this Corvette a great candidate for someone who wants to enjoy the car now, while slowly sorting out the remaining details over time. The owner mentions having 2 Corvettes and needing to reduce the number of projects, which explains the aggressive pricing. At $7,500 cash, this C3 Corvette is positioned well below the cost of restored examples, leaving room in the budget for finishing touches, upgrades, or personalization. The terms are straightforward: cash only, no trades, and if the ad is still up, the car is still available. The seller is also clear about avoiding lowball offers, making this a no-nonsense listing for serious buyers. In summary, This 1981 Chevrolet Corvette Coupe offers classic C3 styling, V8 power, and a long list of new parts at an entry-level price point. If you're looking for a drivable Corvette project with strong visual impact and solid potential, this one in Cedar City is definitely worth a closer look. Number 3. The 1975 Cadillac Eldorado, listed for $15,000 and located in College Station, Texas. When you think of true 1970s American luxury, the Cadillac Eldorado is one of the first names that comes to mind. This car represents an era when bigger was better, comfort was king, and Cadillac ruled the road with confidence and style. The 1975 Eldorado is a rolling statement, long, wide, and unmistakably bold. This example shows 100,000 miles on the odometer and comes equipped with an automatic transmission, delivering that smooth, effortless driving experience Cadillac was famous for. This wasn't a car built for speed. It was built to cruise, to glide down the highway, and to make every drive feel special. One standout detail in this listing is the body condition. According to the seller, this Eldorado has a great body with no rust, which is a huge deal when it comes to classic full-size luxury cars. Rust is often the biggest and most expensive problem with vintage Cadillacs. So starting with a clean, solid body gives this car a major advantage right out of the gate. The top works manually, which keeps the system simple and makes it easier to maintain or restore over time. For many classic car enthusiasts, that simplicity is actually a plus. Less complexity, fewer expensive components, and more control over future upgrades or restoration choices. This Eldorado is being described as a great slab project, and that description fits perfectly. The term slab is often used for massive American cruisers like this. Cars that sit low, stretch long, and command attention wherever they go. Whether your vision is a factory-correct restoration, a custom cruiser, or even a clean show car with subtle modifications, this Cadillac provides an excellent foundation. At an asking price of $15,000, this Eldorado lands in a very interesting spot in the market. It's not a neglected project, and it's not an overpriced, fully restored example either. Instead, it offers room for improvement while still being presentable and solid. Ideal for enthusiasts who want to build something special over time. In today's market, finding a rust-free 1970s Cadillac Eldorado with strong body integrity is becoming harder and harder. This one offers classic luxury, massive road presence, and serious potential for the right buyer. In short, if you're looking for a true American luxury icon, something big, bold, and dripping with 1970s Cadillac attitude, this 1975 Eldorado in College Station, Texas is absolutely worth a closer look. Number 4. The 1966 Ford Fairlane 500 convertible, listed for $16,000 and located in Rockwall, Texas. If you're a fan of classic American convertibles with real performance under the hood, this 1966 Ford Fairlane 500 checks a lot of boxes. The Fairlane sits perfectly between full-size cruisers and muscle cars, offering timeless 1960s styling with a lighter, more athletic feel. And this one is far more than just a pretty face. This Fairlane shows 94,000 miles on the odometer and is paired with an automatic transmission, making it easy and comfortable to drive. According to the seller, the car is working 100%, comes with a clean Texas title, and the price is firm, which tells you this is a serious, well-sorted car, not a half-finished project. Under the hood is where this Fairlane really stands out. Power comes from a 302 cubic inch V8 that's been bored .030 over, built with target pistons, an aftermarket crankshaft, and a crane hydraulic cam featuring .498 valve lift on the intake and .527 on the exhaust. That setup gives this engine a strong, aggressive personality while still remaining street-friendly. Supporting the V8 is a well-thought-out performance package, including Flowtech exhaust headers with 3-inch collectors, stepping down to a 2.5-inch H-pipe, and finished off with dual 40 series Flowmaster exhaust. Fuel and air are handled by a 600 CFM single-feed carburetor and an Edelbrock aluminum high-flow intake manifold. Proudly made in the USA. Power is sent through a C4 3-speed automatic transmission to an 8.8-inch Ford rear end with 3.55 gears and an Auburn locker, giving this Fairlane strong acceleration while still being comfortable on the street. It's a combination that delivers both muscle and drivability. On the comfort side, this convertible is well equipped with power steering, power brakes, and a power-operated convertible top. The seller notes nice paint and a great, smooth driving experience, making this a car you can enjoy immediately without needing additional work. At $16,000, this Fairlane represents a solid value, considering the mechanical upgrades, the convertible body style, and its overall condition. It's not just a classic. It's a turnkey driver with real performance credentials. In summary, this 1966 Ford Fairlane 500 convertible offers classic 1960s style, upgraded V8 power, and open-top cruising all in one well-balanced package. If you're looking for a vintage Ford that looks great, sounds even better, and is ready to hit the road, this Fairlane in Rockwall, Texas is absolutely worth serious consideration. Number 5. The 1965 Ford Thunderbird, listed for $17,900 and located in Phoenix, Arizona. The 1965 Ford Thunderbird is a true American classic, representing the height of mid-1960s personal luxury. This generation of Thunderbird was designed to blend comfort, style, and V8 power into one elegant package. And this particular example stands out thanks to its long-term ownership and extensive recent mechanical work. According to the seller, this Thunderbird has been family-owned for over 40 years, having belonged to their parents for decades. During that time, the car was stored covered in a garage in Phoenix, helping preserve its overall condition. It has clearly been well-maintained and carefully cared for, which is exactly what serious classic car buyers like to hear. The odometer shows 101,000 miles, but the most important number here is under the hood. The 390 cubic inch V8 engine was professionally rebuilt in July of 2022 at 100,450 miles by Classic Corner Garage in Mesa, Arizona. Since the rebuild, the car has been driven only about 500 miles, meaning you're essentially getting a freshly rebuilt engine that's barely been broken in. In addition to the engine rebuild, approximately $16,000 worth of recent upgrades and maintenance have been completed, also handled by Classic Corner Garage. The cooling and HVAC systems received major attention, including a new radiator, fan shroud, coolant recovery bottle, water pump, thermostat, and new V-belts. These upgrades are critical for reliability, especially in warm climates like Arizona. The fuel and safety systems have also been refreshed with new fuel line, new gas tank modification to accept regular unleaded fuel, a new brake system, and a new brake master cylinder. On top of that, the car sits on new tires that have been mounted and balanced, along with new spark plugs and new battery, making this Thunderbird truly ready to drive. Power is delivered through an automatic transmission, giving this Thunderbird the smooth, relaxed driving experience it was known for. This isn't a car built for aggressive performance. It's a luxury cruiser designed for long drives, comfortable cruising, and classic style. With an asking price of $17,900, open to reasonable offers, this Thunderbird offers strong value considering the extensive recent investment and the low miles on the rebuilt engine. Finding a well-documented, long-term owned Thunderbird with this level of mechanical work already completed is becoming increasingly rare. In summary, this 1965 Ford Thunderbird in Phoenix, Arizona is a well-cared-for, turnkey classic with a freshly rebuilt V8, major system upgrades, and a strong ownership history. If you're looking for a dependable vintage cruiser that combines timeless design with modern reliability upgrades, this Thunderbird is absolutely worth a serious look. Number 6. The 1978 Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme, listed at $12,500 and located in Cleveland, Tennessee. The late 1970s Oldsmobile Cutlass is one of the most recognizable and respected cars of the G-body era, and this 1978 Cutlass Supreme is a standout example. Known for its balanced size, smooth ride, and classic American styling, the Cutlass was one of Oldsmobile's best-selling models, and examples in this kind of condition are becoming increasingly hard to find. This car shows 48,000 miles on the odometer, although the seller notes it could potentially be 148,000 miles, which is common with older 5-digit speedometers. Regardless, the overall condition tells a strong story. According to the listing, this Cutlass has been very well taken care of, runs and drives excellent, and remains largely original. Under the hood is a 260 cubic inch V8, paired with an automatic transmission, delivering the smooth, relaxed driving experience these cars are known for. It's not about raw horsepower. It's about comfort, reliability, and that classic Oldsmobile cruising feel. The car also features a dual exhaust, giving it a subtle but satisfying V8 sound. One of the biggest highlights here is originality. The seller states this Cutlass still wears its original paint and original interior, and the dashboard has no cracks, which is extremely rare for a G-body from this era. On top of that, the seller has paperwork from when the car was originally purchased from the dealer, adding credibility and collectability. This Cutlass is described as a two-owner car, with no rust, a clean title in hand, and overall condition that reflects careful ownership over the years. These are exactly the traits collectors and enthusiasts look for when shopping for a classic driver or a future collectible. At an asking price of $12,500, with room for reasonable offers, this Cutlass Supreme represents a strong value in today's classic car market, especially considering its originality, condition, and documentation. Clean, unmodified G-body cars are getting harder to find, and prices continue to climb. In summary, this 1978 Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme in Cleveland, Tennessee offers classic G-body styling, V8 power, impressive originality, and excellent drivability. If you've been searching for a clean, well-preserved Cutlass that you can enjoy right away, while also holding long-term value, this one is definitely worth a closer look. Number 7. The 1982 Chevrolet Corvette, listed at $14,000 and located in Alpena. The 1982 Chevrolet Corvette holds a special place in Corvette history. It marks the final year of the legendary C3 generation, a body style that defined American sports cars for more than a decade. With its long hood, aggressive curves, and unmistakable Corvette stance, the C3 remains one of the most recognizable designs ever to wear the Cross Flags badge. This particular example shows 46,000 miles and is equipped with an automatic transmission, making it a comfortable and enjoyable cruiser. The seller notes that the car was professionally inspected at Strobel Automotive in Saginaw, as well as Alpena Transmission, adding peace of mind for potential buyers. Under the hood is the matching numbers 350 cubic inch V8, upgraded with mild cam, Phytec electronic fuel injection, and an Edelbrock intake manifold. This modern fuel injection setup dramatically improves drivability, cold starts, and overall reliability compared to the original carburetor. Airflow is enhanced with a new K&N air filter, while exhaust duties are handled by Flowmaster full stainless steel headers and a Flowmaster exhaust system, giving this Corvette a deep, aggressive sound to match its looks. Power is sent through a 4-speed automatic transmission, and the car rides on brand new BF Goodrich Radial T/A tires, a perfect period correct choice for a C3 Corvette. Recent maintenance include a new battery, fresh 4-wheel alignment, oil change, radiator fluid, transmission filter and fluid, and differential fluid, meaning many of the essentials have already been taken care of. This Corvette is also well equipped with T-tops and storage covers, plus power locks, power windows, power mirrors, and power seats, offering a nice blend of classic style and comfort features. The AAIC system has been removed, but the seller states that all components are included, allowing the next owner to reinstall it if desired. An interesting part of this car's history is that it was stored for approximately 20 years, which helps explain its low mileage and overall condition. Long-term storage, combined with recent recommissioning, makes this Corvette especially appealing to collectors and enthusiasts alike. The seller is also offering a unique bonus. The car is $14,000 with low-rise lift included, or $13,500 without the lift, which adds extra value for a buyer with garage space. This is a local pickup-only sale, and due to preservation concerns, no test drives will be allowed on snowy, wet, or salty roads. In summary, this 1982 Chevrolet Corvette in Alpina offers the last of the C3 styling, modern fuel injection upgrades, strong maintenance history, and low mileage. If you're looking for a well-sorted, iconic Corvette that blends classic design with improved drivability, this one is absolutely worth a serious look. Number 8. The 1967 Mercury Cougar, offered at $15,000 and located in Chandler. The 1967 Mercury Cougar is one of the most iconic pony cars of the late 1960s, blending upscale styling with sporty performance. Often described as a more refined cousin of the Ford Mustang, the Cougar debuted in 1967 and immediately set itself apart with hidden headlights, a longer wheelbase feel, and a more luxurious interior. This example shows 15,825 miles on the odometer. Though with cars of this age, mileage should be viewed as a reference point rather than a guarantee. What really matters here is condition and originality, and according to the seller, this Cougar is a very original car that has been carefully preserved over the years. Under the hood sits the original 289 cubic inch V8, which has received a complete rebuild, paired with a rebuilt automatic transmission. Supporting upgrades include a new radiator, ensuring improved cooling and reliability. The seller states the car runs and drives excellent, making it more than just a showpiece. It's a car you can actually enjoy on the road. Inside, the Cougar features an excellent original interior, a big plus for collectors who value authenticity. The chrome is described as being in good condition, and the car wears decent paint, complemented by recent tires. It also comes equipped with power steering, adding to overall driving comfort. As with many classic cars, there are a few minor items to note. The gas gauge is not currently working, likely due to a sending unit issue. The turn signals are inoperative and the heater core has been bypassed. However, these are relatively common and manageable fixes that do not take away from the car's strong overall presentation. One of the most impressive details is ownership history. The seller has owned the car for 22 years, kept it garaged, and states it has never been driven in the rain. That level of care goes a long way in preserving a classic car's condition and originality. At an asking price of $15,000, this 1967 Mercury Cougar represents an attractive opportunity to own a first-year Cougar with original character, solid mechanical work, and long-term ownership history. Values for early Cougars continue to trend upward, especially for clean, well-preserved examples. In summary, this 1967 Mercury Cougar in Chandler offers classic late 1960s style, rebuilt V8 power, excellent originality, and a strong history of careful ownership. If you're looking for a refined pony car that stands out from the crowd while still delivering classic V8 performance, this Cougar is absolutely worth a closer look. Number 9. The 1979 Oldsmobile Cutlass Hearst W30, priced at $15,995 and located in Arizona. If you're a fan of late 1970s American muscle with serious collector appeal, this 1979 Oldsmobile Cutlass Hearst W30 is a very special car. The Hearst/Olds models are some of the most recognizable and desirable Cutlass variants ever built, and this example stands out thanks to its rarity, originality, and condition. This car shows 87,201 original miles and is equipped with an automatic transmission. Under the hood is the legendary Rocket 5.7-liter 350 V8, and according to the seller, it is a matching numbers engine, which is a huge plus for collectors. Power is sent through a TH350 Hearst automatic transmission, delivering strong, smooth performance that still feels right at home in a classic muscle-air cruiser. One of the biggest highlights here is rarity. Only 1,165 examples of the 1979 Cutlass Hearst W30 were produced, making this a limited production car that continues to grow in desirability year after year. Finding one in above-average condition inside and out is becoming increasingly difficult. This Cutlass is described as running and driving great, and it's also noted as being sold new in Tucson, Arizona, which helps explain why the car is rust-free. Arizona cars are well known for their solid bodies and clean frames, and that's a major advantage when shopping for a classic from this era. Visually, this Hearst W30 is said to be car show ready, meaning it presents well and has a kind of appearance that draws attention at local shows, cruise nights, and classic car events. It also comes with free and clear Arizona title, making the buying process straightforward. At $15,995, this Cutlass Hearst W30 sits in a strong value position considering its limited production, matching numbers drivetrain, and overall condition. These cars have a dedicated following, and clean examples tend to hold their value well, especially when they remain close to original. In summary, this 1979 Oldsmobile Cutlass Hearst W30 offers true muscle-era heritage, documented rarity, and strong presentation. If you're looking for a collectible Oldsmobile that you can enjoy today and proudly show tomorrow, this Arizona-based Hearst W30 is absolutely worth a serious look. Number 10. The 1964 Thunderbird, listed for $18,900 and located in Tucson, Arizona. The 1964 Thunderbird represents the height of early American personal luxury, blending jet-age styling with smooth V8 power and upscale comfort. This generation of Thunderbird is known for its sleek lines, distinctive rear fins, and premium features, making it one of the most desirable classics of the early 1960s. This particular example shows 106,000 miles on the odometer and is paired with an automatic transmission. According to the seller, the car has been almost completely restored, using approximately 95% of its original parts. The vehicle was fully disassembled, with original components carefully restored and reinstalled, preserving the car's authenticity while refreshing its overall condition. Power comes from a Ford 352 cubic inch V8, rated at 300 horsepower, mated to a 3-speed automatic transmission. The engine and drivetrain deliver the smooth, effortless performance that Thunderbirds are famous for. The air conditioning system is present and only needs a compressor, making it close to fully operational. A major highlight of this restoration is the attention to original details. The original chrome bumpers and trim were removed, cleaned, restored, and reinstalled. The taillights and headlights remain in excellent original condition, and all the glass is original, with no chips or cracks. Inside, the dashboard features fully functioning gauges, adding to the car's authenticity and usability. This Thunderbird also retains its classic comfort features, including a vintage radio, power windows, and a power driver's seat. The trunk has been refreshed with new liner, and the car rides on original hubcaps, keeping the factory-correct look intact. To complete the restoration, the car received new exterior paint, along with new upholstery and carpeting, giving a clean, finished appearance inside and out. Mechanically, extensive work has been completed to ensure reliability. The carburetor was rebuilt, valve-covered gaskets replaced, and the rear brake system refreshed, including wheel cylinders, drums, master cylinder, and brake lines. Additional work includes a new rear differential seal, new shocks, new U-joints, a balanced drive shaft, a rebuilt windshield wiper drive motor with new blades, and new weather stripping throughout. At an asking price of $18,900, this 1960 Thunderbird offers tremendous value considering the level of restoration, originality, and mechanical work already completed. Finding a classic Thunderbird that has been restored this thoroughly while retaining most of its original parts is becoming increasingly rare. In summary, this 1964 Thunderbird in Tucson is a beautifully restored example of early 1960s American luxury, offering classic styling, strong V8 performance, and modern drivability upgrades. If you're looking for a turnkey vintage cruiser that combines authenticity with comfort, this Thunderbird is absolutely worth serious consideration. Number 11. The 1986 Ford LTD Crown Victoria, listed for just $3,800 and located in Pflugerville. If you're looking for an affordable, full-size American sedan with classic V8 power and old-school comfort, this 1986 Ford LTD Crown Victoria is a strong contender. The Crown Vic name has long been associated with durability, smooth rides, and simple, reliable engineering, and this example fits that reputation perfectly. This car shows 54,600 miles on the odometer and is equipped with an automatic transmission. Under the hood sits Ford's proven 5.0-liter V8, an engine known for its reliability, easy maintenance, and long service life. It's the same basic platform that powered countless Ford vehicles through the 1980s and beyond. According to the seller, this LTD runs very well, making a great option for someone who wants a classic that can be driven and enjoyed right away. It's not just about nostalgia here. This is a usable, comfortable car that still makes sense as a cruiser or even a budget daily driver. Inside, the car is well equipped for its era, featuring power seats and power windows, adding convenience and comfort. Climate control is fully functional, with air conditioning that blows cold and heat that works properly, which is a big plus, especially for a car this age. The 1986 Crown Victoria delivers that traditional full-size American driving experience, a smooth, quiet ride, soft suspension, and relaxed highway manners. It's the kind of car built for long drives and everyday comfort rather than aggressive performance. And that's exactly what many buyers are looking for. At an asking price of just $3,800, this LTD Crown Victoria represents excellent value. Clean, running V8 sedans at this price point are getting harder to find, especially ones with relatively low mileage and working AC. In summary, this 1986 Ford LTD Crown Victoria in Pflugerville offers classic Ford the fifth 8 power, strong drivability, and everyday comfort at a very accessible price. If you want an honest, no-nonsense American sedan that runs great and delivers classic charm without breaking the bank, this one is definitely worth a closer look. Number 12. The 1987 Cadillac Fleetwood Brougham, listed at $4,000 and located in Florissant. When you think of classic American luxury from the 1980s, the Cadillac Fleetwood Brougham is a name that instantly comes to mind. This was a time when Cadillac focused on comfort present and a smooth, relaxed driving experience, and the Brougham delivered all of that in unmistakable fashion. This 1987 example shows 56,000 miles on the odometer, which is relatively low for a car this age. It comes with a clean title, and the seller describes the overall condition as fair, making this Cadillac an interesting option for someone looking for a classic luxury car at an entry-level price. One detail that really sets this listing apart is the manual transmission, which is extremely uncommon for a Cadillac Brougham. Most of these cars were equipped with automatics, so a manual gearbox adds a unique twist and makes this car stand out from the crowd. Under the hood, the listing notes a gas-powered engine with 4 cylinders, which is unusual for a Brougham, and suggests this car may be a less common configuration or potentially modified at some point, something buyers may want to look into further. From a design standpoint, the Fleetwood Brougham is all about classic Cadillac presence. Long body lines, a formal roofline, and a commanding stance give it that unmistakable luxury sedan look. Even in fair condition, these cars still turn heads simply because of their size and old-school elegance. This Brougham represents a solid project or cruiser opportunity. With relatively low miles and a clean title, it offers a good foundation for someone who wants to bring a classic Cadillac back to its former glory, customize it, or simply enjoy it as a nostalgic weekend car. Parts availability for 1980s Cadillacs remains strong, which makes ownership and restoration more approachable. At an asking price of $4,000, this Cadillac sits firmly in budget-friendly territory. It's not positioned as a show car. It's an affordable classic luxury sedan with character, uniqueness, and potential. For the right buyer, it could be a fun and rewarding project or a comfortable vintage cruiser. In summary, this 1987 Cadillac Fleetwood Brougham in Florissant offers classic Cadillac style, low mileage, a clean title, and a very unique drivetrain setup. If you're looking for an affordable entry into classic American luxury, with something a little different from the usual, this Brougham is definitely worth a closer look. Number 13. The 1974 Plymouth Duster, listed at $8,200 and located in Alamogordo. The Plymouth Duster has always been one of Mopar's most underrated muscle-era platforms. Lightweight, aggressive, and full of potential. This 1974 Duster is a great example of why these cars remain so popular with enthusiasts, especially those who enjoy building and finishing a car exactly the way they want it. The odometer shows 15,000 miles. Though, as with many classics, mileage should be taken as a reference. What truly stands out here is the overall condition of the body and interior. According to the seller, this Duster is very clean inside and out with no rust and a solid body and frame, something that is becoming harder and harder to find, especially at this price point. Under the hood is a 318 cubic inch V8, paired with a 727 automatic transmission. The engine features dome pistons at standard bore, 360 cylinder heads with 1.88 valves, and an Edelbrock high-rise intake, giving the small block Mopar some serious performance potential. Exhaust duties are handled by shorty headers and a new exhaust system, and cooling has been upgraded with a new aluminum radiator and a new high-performance water pump. However, this Duster is being sold as a project, and the seller is very upfront about what it needs. The car does not currently run, as the previous owner let it sit too long and wiped out the cam and lifters. The engine will need new cam bearings, a camshaft, and lifters to be brought back to life. The good news is that the engine had low miles, and the seller notes that the cylinders look smooth and in good condition, which is a big positive. On the electrical side, the car was taken apart for a full rewire, and the seller includes a brand new American auto-wire harness for the entire car, along with extra parts. That's a major bonus, as a complete wiring harness is a significant investment and takes a lot of guesswork out of the process, though it does require someone with wiring experience to finish the job properly. The car also sits on new tires and rims, further adding to its value and visual appeal. According to the seller, the Duster ran amazing and sounded great before the engine teardown began. Unfortunately, due to health issues, the seller can no longer complete the project and doesn't want to see such a clean car go to waste. At $8,200, this Duster is not a giveaway, but it doesn't need to be. The seller emphasizes that the car is too clean body and frame-wise to be lowballed. They are open to cash or a trade involving another classic car plus cash, making this an interesting opportunity for the right buyer. In summary, this 1974 Plymouth Duster in Alamogordo is a clean, rust-free Mopar project with strong performance parts already in place. It needs wiring completion and the top end of the engine finished, but once that work is done, this Duster has all the ingredients to be a strong-running, great-sounding classic muscle car. If you're looking for a solid foundation with real potential, this one deserves a serious look. Number 14. The 1978 Cadillac two-door, listed for just $1,000 and located in Weatherford, Texas. If you're searching for an ultra-budget entry into classic American luxury or a solid donor car for parts, this 1978 Cadillac two-door might be exactly what you're looking for. Cars like this represent an era when Cadillac was still building massive, comfortable cruisers with unmistakable road presence. This Cadillac has been sitting for a while, and the seller is very clear about its status. It does not have a title, which means it's best suited as a project car, a parts car, or for buyers who understand the process of dealing with bonded or alternative titles, depending on local regulations. Transparency like this is important, especially at this price point. One key positive is that the car is described as being complete. Nothing has been parted out, and that alone adds value, especially for someone restoring another Cadillac from the same era. Trim pieces, glass, interior components, and body panels from late 1970s Cadillacs can be hard to find expensive when purchased individually. The seller also notes that there are no visible leaks, which is a good sign for a vehicle that's been sitting. While it will obviously need recommissioning before returning to the road, starting with a complete, intact car makes the process much more manageable. This Cadillac is being sold as is, with no trades, but the seller is willing to help load the vehicle, which is a big plus if you're bringing a trailer or rollback. At just $1,000, it's priced realistically for what it is, a full-size classic with potential, not a turnkey driver. From a project standpoint, this car could go in several directions. It could become a restoration candidate, a custom build, a lowrider project, or simply a parts donor to keep another Cadillac alive. Late 1970s two-door Cadillacs still have a strong following, especially among custom builders. In summary, this 1978 Cadillac two-door in Weatherford, Texas is a budget-friendly classic with plenty of possibilities. It's not perfect and it's not road-ready, but for the right buyer with space, tools, and vision, it offers a lot of metal and potential for very little money. Number 15, the 1972 Lincoln Mark IV, listed for $8,500 and located in San Diego, California. The Lincoln Mark IV is one of the most recognizable personal luxury cars of the early 1970s, and this 1972 model represents the first year of the Mark IV generation. Known for its long hood, formal roofline, and signature continental styling cues, the Mark IV was built to compete at the very top of the American luxury market. This particular example shows just 31,860 miles on the odometer, which is remarkably low for a car of this age. It's paired with an automatic transmission, delivering the smooth, effortless driving experience Lincoln was famous for during this era. According to the seller, the car runs strong and shifts smoothly, making it a true driver, not just a garage display piece. Condition is one of this car's strongest points. The seller notes excellent paint and interior, suggesting this Mark IV has been well cared for over the years. It also comes equipped with new tires, along with brand new brake rotors and brakes, meaning key safety and drivability components have already been addressed. This Lincoln is said to feature the front sport bumper, a desirable detail for enthusiasts who appreciate subtle factory variations. The inclusion of a new car cover further reflects the level of care this vehicle has received, especially for a classic luxury car. The Mark IV was designed for comfort above all else. From its massive presence to its quiet, smooth ride, this is the kind of car meant for long highway cruises, weekend drives, and turning heads wherever it goes. Even today, few cars offer the same sense of scale and elegance. At an asking price of $8,500, this Lincoln Mark IV is positioned as a strong value, especially considering its low mileage, condition, and recent maintenance. The seller states the price is firm and valid until December 25th, so this listing is clearly aimed at a serious buyer ready to move quickly. In summary, this 1972 Lincoln Mark IV in San Diego offers classic 1970s luxury, low mileage, strong condition, and smooth drivability at an accessible price. If you're looking for a true American luxury icon with presence, comfort, and collector appeal, this Mark IV is absolutely worth a closer look.